Hello. So today I am going to start my first ever fragrance rotation, or what I wore this week video. And it's maybe make it into a series. I'll try and do one of these every Sunday, and it will contain what I have worn over the previous week from Monday to Sunday. So today is the 19th of September 2021. And I will go back to Monday the 13th and tell you what I've worn since then. I don't know whether I'm going to do a monthly like roundup. I might do, then I might not do because it might be a bit pointless. And I'm not gonna go into like what they smell like. I'm just gonna say what I wore and why. So we'll start on the Monday, and to start this Monday, I wore this, which is Amber Nargile. This is a 100ml bottle, and I bought it during the summer. I originally had one of those little 15ml bottles of this that you can get from Hermes. You can buy, if you go to like a boutique, you can buy like 4, and you can take a choice of any of them, which is a great idea. And you get 15ml bottles. So I bought this. I bought Vanille Galant. I bought Tonka, Vetiver Tonka, I beg your pardon, and I bought Paprika Brazil. The Paprika Brazil bottle just sprang a leak, and I never really got to wear it, but I do like that one. So I'm hoping if I can find a reasonably priced one, and this was very reasonably priced. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I do remember buying it and thinking, yes, it was about half price, I think, and somebody had worn it like 3 times. I got it from a website. Sorry, it was called Loop Generation, I think. I'll put it in the comment. I'll put it in the descriptions if I remember if it was called something else. But I think it was Loop Generation in London. They sell like barely used luxury items, and they've got some perfumes on there that had an EDT of Chanel Sycamore, and I missed it by about 3 days, and I was absolutely gutted. And because it was like a 200ml as well. But I did pick this up and I was delighted, and I paid about 120 quid for it. So it's just shy of like half price. But I've decided I'm going to try and wear some more like sweet fragrances this autumn. And it's getting into late September. And this time of year, I mean, you've got like the everything's coming like in the harvest, like the berries, and not that there's berries in this, but like there's like berries and sweet things, and everybody's wearing sweet stuff, apple and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to try and actively wear more sweet things this summer, this autumn, I beg your pardon. And so this is what I wore on Monday. On Tuesday, you've probably seen this bottle sneaking in already. I wore the big boy Leather Oud. This is a 100ml bottle of Amber Nargile, and that's the size of the Leather Oud I've got. That's the 450ml bottle. I already put a decent little dent in it. If you can see, it's just above the Leather Oud. It's just there. Just there. It's a decent sized dent for a 450ml bottle, that. Really love it. This is the pre-2017 reformulation. As you can see on the lid here, the C and the D are separate. That's one of the ways to identify them. It's a 2015 bottle. The first digit of the batch code indicates what year it was made in, but they do repeat every 10 years, so be careful. And also a little bit of information for you. Dior switched from a 5-digit batch code to a 4-digit batch code in 1998. So if you get a 5-digit batch code, it's pre-98. I don't know if the first digit is still representative of what year it was made on the 5-digit batch codes, but it is on the 4. So there's a little bit of information for you, but I love this. This, as I was talking about sweet before, this has got beeswax in it, and on certain people, it can be a very sweet fragrance, this. I sprayed, like, one of my friends sprayed it on herself, and it really did. The beeswax came. It was still animalic, and it was still, but she loved it. and it was very sweet on her, not in like a sugary sort of way, just in a sweet sort of way. So that's what I wore on Tuesday. Wednesday, look at the dent in that. It's probably the biggest dent I've got in any bottle. Although I have finished a 50ml bottle of Tobacco Wood last year, so that was nice. Pavarotti, don't need to say anything. This is the scent. This is one of my top 5-10 scents that I've got. Absolutely love it. Probably the best celebrity fragrance ever made. Maybe along with Iquitos by Alain Delon, which I've got a bottle of, but I need to decant because the sprayer's fucked. I actually got that for free off someone, which was very kind because the sprayer was broken. But I do need 100ml. I do need a 100ml bottle to decant that into because it's rubbish. Every time you spray it, it leaks like a couple of mils. So I'm reticent to use it. But back to Pavarotti, you can see what I think of that perfume. I've also got, I've got 7 backups. Because once they're gone, they're gone. But they are out there to be found at like Le Parfumier and on eBay and stuff. So if you want one, I would get one. The beautiful patchouli Italian perfume. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. Sweet. Again, sweet. But not sugary sweet. Like, not the kind of perfume. You can't compare the fragrances I've mentioned so far to the fragrances that are available out there at the minute. Which are like ethyl maltol, which are like just sucrose, like syrupy sweet, like the Eroses and that trash. That sort of rubbish. Trash is an American word, and I'm not American, sorry. Like rubbish, which is the same. So yes, this is not that kind of sweetness. This is a nice sweetness, a natural sweetness, not too sweet. Very beautiful, very nice. Now, next, what did I wear on Thursday? On Thursday, I went for something a little bit different. And this is a newer fragrance. This was released in 2000. I do like some new fragrances, just not many. This is from one of my favourite houses. I've got 5 separate fragrances from this house. Or is it 6? No, it's 5. And this is Vetiverio. This is Diptyque's take on Vetiver. It's dark, slightly minty. I don't know about you, but from Vetivers, like certain Vetivers, I get a minty vibe. But then there's like a chocolate. I don't know if you've ever heard of like After 8 sweets. They're like post-dinner mints, and they've got dark chocolate on the outside and then like mint, like fondant in the middle, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And that's what I get from certain Vetivers, and I get that from this. It's very thick. The EDT's got a big grapefruit and citrus at the top, but this doesn't. This is slightly darker, but it's not smoky, oily dark. It's not like Route de Vetiver from Maître Parfumé Elegante, which smells like petrol. This is more of a like a dark, sophisticated, sweet, like rich fragrance, and it's really nice. This also has some sweetness, but not a lot. There's a lot of greenness and a lot of like lift to it. And I would say I would check out this house if you want something different that's available like quite widely. Diptyque is a house that you should try and investigate. You can expect to see more of Diptyque on these lists as we go through the autumn and the winter. So next, I wore another sweet fragrance, and this is not the vintage, this is the new one, but it's actually a really, really good version. Right, I've got the vintage as well, the blue casing, but this is not it. I only wear that one on like really special occasions, or if like I'm just feeling like I want to wear the vintage. This is a really, really good reformulation. This is what reformulation should be like. This is very true. It is different, but it's not hugely different. I would say it's like 5%, 5 to 10% different. It's not big, and it's worthy of. And I bought a bottle, and I'm happy I've got it. It only comes in 50ml in the Eau de Parfum. There's the batch code if you want to see it. It only comes in the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilette's a little bit light for me, and I think this is a deep, thick, rich, billowous fragrance. It's like a cloud. When they say opium, I can imagine somebody smoking opium and breathing this out, and it's smelling like this, very rich, very narcotic sort of smell about it, in a really nice way. And it is very sweet, and it does last a long time. The Eau de Toilette disappears on me, but that's supposed to be like what Eau de Toilettes are. They're like fragrances you can like reapply throughout the day. This is a perfume that sticks around all day, and you'll smell it on your shirt the next day as well. Put it on clothes, it'll last forever. And I'm looking forward to wearing more of this year. After that, yesterday, Saturday the 18th, I believe, I wore this, another big boy, or big girl, whichever one you prefer. It's Fève de la Suisse. I've just started to crack into this, because I bought some 10ml decant, like glass bottles with good sprayers on, and I managed to get, and so I've just decanted this, and I've just started to wear it. I'm going to be wearing a lot of this. This is beautiful. This is also the pre-reformulation, as you can see by the CD on the top. They are not connected. They are broken in. This is before Dior decided to turn into Chanel 2. And there it is. It's very sweet tonka bean. This is it's similar to Pure Tonka by It's similar to Pure Tonka by Thierry Mugler, which I've got and I love. But it's not the same. It's obviously better. A little bit syrupy, but not too syrupy. Like sweet. It's all of those things that I said that I didn't like earlier on, but done properly, done right. And again, it's part of me 450. One day I'll do a family portrait of all the Diors I've got, or I might just do. First off, I might just do the Privés that I've got and show all of them. I mean, I've got a lot of Privé, and I really love it. So this is where I'm at with this one. Fève de la Suisse. I can't really talk about it very much because I haven't got to know it, but it is nice, and I intend to wear it more this year. And lastly, today, I'm wearing this. This is Cuir Intense by Guerlain. And for me, this smells a lot like Fahrenheit. It's got a huge violet note on me. Huge violet. Not quite as like petroleum-like as Fahrenheit, but it's definitely there. It's got a leather in it. The leather note in this is very similar to the leather note that is in Rose and Cuir by Frédéric Malle. I think both of those, I think Guerlain and Frédéric Malle are both owned by the same umbrella company, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had access to the same materials. And I think this leather has been used in the same way as the leather that's used in Rose and Cuir, but it could just be me. I'm wearing this today. It's one of the first times I've worn it in anger, and I'm quite enjoying it. I was pretty disappointed because I think the same way Eugene was when he first bought it. He thought this isn't the leather I was expecting. And there's a lesson for all of us there in that don't have expectations with perfumes if you buy them blind. Because I was shocked by this as well. I was surprised, I should say, that this didn't smell like a big salty leather like what Eugene was expecting as well. I had exactly the same thing. Even though Eugene had said this, I was still expecting it. So I was still expecting my experience to be different. So yeah, I don't know how much wear this is going to get this summer, but I am glad I've got it, because it's very different from what you will smell out there. And that's what I want in my collection. I don't want to smell the same as everyone else. And I think that's a perfectly legitimate thing. like it's a legitimate aspiration to have when you're collecting a perfume collection. And wanting to smell, having access and wanting perfumes that are widely available is totally legitimate as well. But this is what I want. So I will show you all of them together, and then I will go, because this has ran like 15 minutes already. I do spoil you. Fev, then Opium, then Vetiverio, Pavarotti, Leather Oud. Oh, where's that last one? See if I can get them all in. There you go. So that's what I wore this week. I hope you enjoy this video. I may make another one today. Caboose Juice gave me an idea for a video. And I'm feeling in the mood for making videos, so I might make another one today. So I might speak to you then. Bye.